Coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi. Getting money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run. Show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum. Markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton. Crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run. You better run when the runners run.
Heyo, welcome in everyone. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. You are running with the runners. Bro, what an amazing week. It's just astronomical how your life can change in a split second when you got the right mindset and you're running with the runners. As always, I got my good brother here, Ricardo Hamilton, aka Mims, making it make sense. Make it make sense of this last week, bro. It was so fire. I'm so pumped up. Let's get it.
Yo. We are pumped up, fighting, excited. It's crazy what's going on right now, folks. We got a great, phenomenal, awesome show for you guys tonight. I'm telling you, we're doing something that is truly we've never done before. I think this is probably the fastest growing, most exciting, fun thing that we've been a part of. And it's already having a massive effect in people's lives across the globe. This is the time, folks. Like, lock in, pay attention, like this, share this out. Okay, you're gonna want to like this, you're gonna want to share this out. This is huge. We're having a lot of fun and we got a lot of value for you guys. And of course, we're making a lot of money. I'm pumped up. So, Mike,
hey, no, this is going to be fire. We got the CEO of StreamPro, Josh Phelps, ready to come in here. We got New York in the building. We got Veronica Knight from Chicago. Jermaine, what's up, bro? Thanks for jumping on, guys. Right now, if you are loving StreamPro, drop us some comments, like this video, share it out. Tag some people who want to save money and make money and get 10 times more value for it. But without any further ado, we got to bring in the man himself. We just met him a week ago. We spent 2 hours with him, going over everything, checking everything twice to make sure this was the most amazing thing we've ever seen. And we came out saying, yes, it is. So without any further ado, let's bring in Josh Phelps, the man himself. My man, thank you for giving us time. I know we are going viral and things are blowing up, but thank you for coming on tonight and for your leadership and how much work you're putting in. It's been a pleasure to work with you. Welcome to the Runners Live, man.
Let's go. What an exciting place to be. The Runners Run.
That's it.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And what's funny, Josh, is before we even talked, I saw one of your presentations and you said, you better run with the runners. And this is something we have been saying for 5 years and helping grow our community and help people win and get assets. So when you said that, I said, you know what? I like this guy. I think we're going to make history with this guy.
I do too. I really think we're in a position right now where there's never been a more important time for something to happen. You know, right. On a global scale, economically speaking, financially speaking, people are looking for change, and genuinely people are looking for real opportunity. And I believe what we've created here is truly that.
And Josh, I love getting, the chance to know you, and, it's something that a lot of people might not get to. So we want to do this on this show. Maybe just tell people a little bit about yourself. What are your passions? What gets you excited? And just get to know the person of who you are and what you love about helping people so much.
I love that. My background beyond any business is ministry. I'm an 8th generation minister in my family. I mean, my family started over 500 churches. My grandma was one of the first women ordained ministers in America. I mean, just our entire family genealogy, when you go back, has been serving humanity. And, it's really unique growing up in such a ministry-based home. And going into ministry myself, going to ministry school right out of high school, I always thought the pulpit was where I was supposed to be. And after going to several mission trips, I don't want to get too in depth with it here tonight because this could really turn into a long story. In serving people around the world and seeing people in poverty and seeing people struggling, there was something that came really alive to me, and that's that people need resources. Beyond speaking or preaching a message of hope, leading people down that road and path of what I believe is the much better way of life, being able to follow the divine calling on our life. I got to a place where I said, people need money. And right now, most people don't know how to get it. So it was a very transformational experience for me, going from just ministry to saying, I want to lead the world when it comes to financial success too. Beyond a pulpit, I want to get out in the streets and actually lead people down the right path when it comes to success and showing them you can do it the right way.
Yes.
Being a father at, in my early 20s, having a daughter changed my perspective even more. When I say it multiplied my passion for understanding legacy and understanding the reality that people have to have these things taken care of, especially people that have families, like your whole family depends on you. If you don't show up and have the necessary resources, that causes your whole family to struggle. And being that I came from extremely humble beginnings, my daughter was born into a much different situation than I was. And it was amazing to me seeing how fast life can change in one generation when you take a different step, when you take a different path than maybe you have been accustomed to. My brother was the first millionaire in our family. Then here I come following him up. And, it's crazy because there was nobody that was ever that before in my family. So being in a position, when you ask, like, what do I enjoy doing? Obviously, I love helping people. There is nothing more special to me beyond preaching and stuff. I absolutely love doing that, but I like to show people practically how to get where they want in life. I believe as people, we should have peace. We should be able to live a life of peace. But the reality of it is most people don't have the resources they need. And it's hard to be peaceful when you're lacking. It's really difficult, actually. And from something that I really live by, I don't believe that we were created to live a life of lack. We were made for abundant life.
Yes.
So what drives me is leading people down the path of learning how to go from working to live, learning how to go from this rat race to be able to step into the divine, abundant life we were created for. And to me, what so many people have missed out on is it's actually practical. I think for so many times we find ourselves in a place where we're not actually looking at the practicality of success. We're looking at the fantasy of it. Beyond all the fun stuff, I love to travel. I love to be able to inspire people to actually live, but I enjoy helping people. That's what drives me every day. That's what causes me not to sleep a lot at night, because I understand that if I take the path and I take the step to be able to create an avenue for people, I really can do what I was called to do. And that's lead people into the promised land, lead people into success.
Man, that our missions are so aligned. I love it. We talk about this all the time, inflation, how people are struggling out here, how to get real assets. And so tonight, guys, we're going to talk about streaming and entertainment, which is kind of new to us, right? And so Mims, maybe just explain to people, we typically, right, we got to teach people about all this complicated stuff and using crypto and wallets and gold and silver and inflation and CPI. Bro, yeah. I'm loving how easy this is.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, no, this is fire, folks. And it's spreading like wildfire globally. It's very simple. Having a lot of success already. And, I love what you were saying, Josh, where, I've been saying it for years, where I said, if you don't come from a wealthy family, this is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you. And it's really just, having that mindset of realizing what's available to you, the opportunity that you have in this time that you're alive right now, and utilizing those resources, connecting with the right people, changing lives, creating generational wealth. And, it might be one thing or it might be the other thing. But the thing is that you don't stop. You always find a way to make sure that you can, create real legacy and, take advantage of opportunities. And so I'm so excited about, what you brought, to the community, to the world, with this service. And yeah, Mike, I mean, this thing is so simple. It's not, I don't have to educate you on the monetary system, and, I don't have to, get technical on blockchain and crypto. This is something everybody's already doing anyway. Yeah. This is across the globe. This is a massive opportunity. So yeah, I mean, I'm just pumped, and I'm excited, for people who really just take the time to see how simple this is and how it can change their lives.
What a time to be alive, guys. This last week, Josh, has been absolutely insane of nonstop, massive leaders signing up, trying to get back to all the texts and voice notes. So it's just been fun. I think this is going to be the greatest thing we've ever done. So we're so happy to be here at the beginning. And Josh, maybe just kind of explain to the people how Stream Pro came about, the origin of it. How did we get here? Because I'm just fortunate enough to have gotten in a week ago, and I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store, and the world is our oyster.
I'll tell you, this makes doing business fun again.
Yes.
I'll really tell you, as adults, I feel like we've really lost our ability to enjoy life. It's the everyday struggles, the everyday hustles, and we become so consumed by that, we forget that life was meant to be enjoyed, not just endured, right? So how did Stream Pro come about? Finance Pro is the company that owns Stream Pro, right? And Stream Pro is a service within the Finance Pro community. And I want to talk a little bit about it. My background outside of ministry is the banking industry. For the last 14 years now, I had been in the merchant service world. My brother owns a $1 billion processing company who's also a partner in this company. And what's really unique about this is we're in a position right now where we have extensive years of history in the banking industry, as well as being able to create a lot of success stories. Our company started purely in 2022 as a B2B marketing and solutions company, right? I believe whether it's for businesses or wherever, if you can solve the problems that people have, there's a lot of wealth that can be created, right? And that's where we started with B2B, from tax credits, from class action lawsuits, from merchant services. That's been our bread and butter, where we've been able to help tens of thousands of clients all across America. But we had a bigger dream than just being niched in to the B2B world, right? There's only so many business owners in America. And coming from such an extensive ministry background, the world has always been my mission. And based on what we were doing at the time and what we're still doing today extremely successfully, right? It was all around business owners. So we began to look, what can we do to create a global impact? And I'm not talking about just something that's something for someone to do. I'm not just talking about something that's something for someone to sell, right? When we talk about what we're doing, I truly believe we have come up with the most unique solution, which, to be very clear, Finance Pro has always been a pure affiliate marketing company, right? And what we've been able to do now with this is starting Stream Pro, giving access to the best of the best streaming. And I'll talk a little bit about that in depth in here in just a second. But I want you to understand, when it comes to streaming, this is what everyone's already doing. One thing our society is obsessed with is entertainment. People would rather be entertained than educated, unfortunately, 9 out of 10 times. And it's amazing to me, that fact, but then it's also amazing to me that we can also still impact every one of these people. And not just impact them when it comes to finances, but actually give them a better experience when it comes to their streaming experience. One thing that I've talked about a lot over the last several weeks to the new individuals and members that are joining the community is, just because companies are charging more for it does not mean that's what it's worth.
Yep.
Okay? When you actually go in and understand the cost of things, and then the massive surcharge, if we want to look at it like that, right? The multiplier effect when it comes to what they charge compared to what it costs. It's insane the amount of money that's being made in these companies. And for us, we wanted to do something different. We looked at a company like Netflix that has 300 plus million people subscribed to it. We look at a company like Disney Plus that has 150 million plus people subscribed to it. Hulu, 50 plus million subscribers. YouTube TV, 8 plus million subscribers. Let's think about how many people have satellite. Let's think about how many people have cable. But now let's go into the reality that this is a worldwide opportunity. It's a global expansion. And I would dare say this is a global phenomenon.
Yeah,
Our
for
company
sure.
has only been an affiliate-based company, and we have made a move specifically with Stream Pro into the network marketing world for one reason. And I'll tell you this, coming from the banking industry, doing merchant services, network marketing was never my thing. I looked at it kind of interestingly and like, I don't know about that for a long time of my life. But then I understand fundamentally, network marketing simply means you're getting paid on more levels than just a couple.
Right.
When you fundamentally break down the difference between a business plan of a regular just affiliate 2-level company and anything in the MLM world means multiple levels, right? Which means you have the ability to earn more money rather than just being someone like Hulu or Disney or Netflix saying, hey, we're just going to bring the best streaming service to the market and we as a company are going to get rich off this. And the same way Netflix doesn't pay you anything, neither are we. We didn't want to take that approach. My mission in life is bigger than just making money. I enjoy making money. It obviously takes care of my family, but you have to then understand what's bigger than just personally winning. It's being able to help other people win.
Exactly.
So with Stream Pro, we said, hey, what if we created a model where everybody that was involved in introducing whoever gets involved, they get to play a part of that experience. They get to enjoy a business like a CEO without taking all of the risk of the CEO, without having to invest all of the cost of operating the business, without taking any liability in the situation. And when it comes to streaming, our technology partners that we have, everything is fully licensed. Everything is done correctly in a legal manner. We're in a position where we can actually go confidently push this to the world, and we don't have to worry about legal problems because all of that has already been sorted from the beginning, which coming from our banking background, coming from our business background, we're not just moving to move. When the things can be set up correctly, at that point, then we pour gas on the fire and we go ignite it all across the world. And that's what's happening right now. We have hands down access to the most value, live TV, all the sports you want to watch, Cinemax, Showtime, HBO, 1,000+ channels, news, all the pay-per-views, a huge on-demand library of movies and TV shows. And that's just within our live service, which costs less than Hulu, costs less than YouTube, but we're giving 10 times the value. Our solution here is very simple. Why would you pay more for less when we will give you the ability to pay less for more?
Right
and
there.
This isn't bootleg. This isn't some, low quality streaming. This is 4K streaming.
Yeah.
There's not buffering problems. You'll see by the time you go.
You froze for a minute, Josh, but I want to stop.
No, you froze. You froze, Mike. He was good.
You're good. Sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I was going to say, when you're going in between the shows, you're moving at real time. This is not a situation that you're waiting for buffering and stuff. So I want to be clear. I am so excited to let the world know, to be here with Mike, to be here with Ricardo right now. Mims in the house.
Make sense.
Excited that we have the opportunity to do something legendary.
Yeah.
I want to be clear with the success that we've already had in business with Finance Pro, in the banking industry, in the B2B world. We weren't looking just to do something to do something.
Right.
If it was not the perfect situation that would be a global phenomenon, we wouldn't have even walked into it. Okay? We wouldn't have even said, hey, we should do this. But this is the beauty of what we have created, where now we get to make online marketing great again. The dreams that people had, what got me excited about the industry was that people could win without having to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in a business, right? I have put over 7 figures of the money that I have made back into building my companies so I could be in a position to build long-term wealth. Most people don't have that capital available to go build a business. And what if for less than $100 a month, you could build a business that will pay you 7 figures a month? Right? This is the opportunity. One thing I tell people is look where things make sense, make it make sense. And then also look where there's practicality when it comes to easily making money. Most of the time, success is not this easy. But I'm here to let you know what we're doing with Stream Pro is the opportunity of a lifetime. It is an absolute legacy build that will be around for decades and decades to come. And when you see everything involved with this, you're going to understand there's not a better place you could be. We're coming to set the industry straight. Enough of the nonsense, enough of the games, enough of not taking care of the partners, enough of just screwing people over. If people could just do it right, people would be involved for the long time. People are just looking for real opportunity. I've been burned in the past being in the network marketing industry. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I've seen the ugly. I've got paid big checks. I have had checks terminated from me saying they're not going to pay me anymore. And for me, I said, I never want someone to experience that again.
Yes.
I remember, I'll tell you something that really hit me hard, where I was almost like, I hate this industry. I really grew very angry with it. A couple weeks after my daughter was born, a company where I was making significant money on a monthly basis, the company shut down and I lost all of my income from that. I had 30, 40 something $1,000 sitting in the account that was supposed to pay out, as well as just crazy weekly checks coming. And all of that was gone in one day. And I didn't get to access the other money that was sitting in the account that was to be paid out, because everything froze in that company. And I'll tell you, it hit me like a pound of bricks. Like, I'm a father. I just took all of this time working my butt off while my beautiful little girl is being born, right? About to be born. Then after she was born, this hits. And I said, I'll never be in a position again where my income could just be taken like that, because I really value my time. I wasn't spending this much time working for all of it to just be wiped out because someone else didn't take care of business properly. And that's where I said, I'm going to build a home for people where they never have to go through that again. There's no reason for that. If you do business right, if you take care of the infrastructure, if you actually have legitimate and powerful solutions and services for people, and everything financially is set right, there's no limit to what can happen. So that's where we're stepping in, and we're making a new standard. We're saying, look, the reality of this is it is so beautiful that everybody can win, but we're going to make sure everybody keeps winning.
Yeah, we make it network marketing sexy again. Okay. Most people don't even want to use the word anymore. They don't say, oh, network marketing. No, I'm telling you, we bring it back, network marketing, with this service. Super simple streaming service. The leverage here, the way that you can build is phenomenal. I mean, I'm just loving it. Go ahead, Mike.
So I got to tell you this story, because what you said, Josh, resonates, right? I had a meeting to meet with this awesome leader, Jeff Ross, down in Australia. And we were just meeting for whatever to catch up and do a few things. And he starts right away. I'm like, hey man, what's up? How's it going? We kind of talk about some businesses. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, nobody's, doing anything. No one wants to spend money. He's like, the only thing that they want to do is spend. I had not told Jeff about this at all. He goes, the only thing they want to spend money on is their entertainment, their Netflix and their Hulu every month. And I just sat back and smiled and said, you know what, Jeff? It's funny that you mentioned that, because I wanted to tell you about this new business called StreamPro. Like, not joking, that's a real story. He's like, that sounds amazing. Sign me up. Jeff's already hit another rank in the first week. So, and everyone I hit up, another amazing person, Haley, down in Australia, she's like, this is so much fun. Yeah. She's like, I'm just reaching out to all these huge leaders who I used to follow, and I'm just telling them, like, look at what we're doing over here. We're getting paid to stream. Yeah. We're essentially being able to market this all around the globe, and everyone is jumping on, man. I have never seen momentum like this in my entire life, because it's just so simple. It's something we're already doing anyways. We can get it for a better value, and then we get more product and value at the end of the day. I mean, man, I'm just excited about this. I don't even know where to go now. I'm so excited. Mims, is there anything else you want to? I'm speechless for the first time. This is amazing.
Yeah, no, folks. Obviously, we're having a lot of fun. Look, nobody loses here. Okay, like you said, people are already doing this anyway. When you actually, get the service, you're gonna love it. The interface is beautiful. Like we talk about the quality of the videos, the selection, the option. And folks, understand something. We just getting started. Okay, we are just getting started. So if you're excited now, I mean, you can just imagine, what we're gonna look like, weeks and months from now as we continue to grow. And this is global. This is something that people are doing anyway. And the compensation plan, the way we get paid for sharing is so phenomenal. I talk about this a lot, where in 2008 financial crisis, they said the average home would have been able to keep, an average person would have been able to stay in their home if they made at least an extra $500 a month. And so, in this economy, and we always tell people, if you rely on one stream of income, you're a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah. Okay. It is critical that you find systems of leverage that can put you in a position, to get ahead financially and not rely on one stream. And so when you have something like this, where your neighbors, your friends, your family, everybody is watching TV or subscribe to some service, and you can offer the same thing, except at a better price, and give them more value, and put yourself in a position to get paid, it's a no-brainer.
So Josh, I'm going to show people here really quick. I'm not going to play anything. We don't want to get, a copyright on YouTube, but I'm just going to scroll through here, guys, and let you see some movies, some channels, right? And again, Josh, maybe you just want to talk about how expansive as I kind of peruse through here, what I can do. And here's the awesome thing, Josh, right? I can watch this on my computer right now. That's an Apple Mac, which a lot of people don't cover. I could watch it on my Windows PC. I can watch it on my iPhone phone, my Android phone, my television. 7 streaming devices for one low price. So, brother, I'll let you explain how amazing this is while I scroll through and show people everything I could watch right now.
Absolutely. So, guys, when you're looking at this, what really excites me about this is you have everything that you want to see and more. One thing that we really believe in here is not being limited from what we're getting to stream as well as then our income. Okay. And the way that this is set up, and as you see Mike scroll through this, it is really amazing all of the things that you want to watch, all of the things that people are already paying for from cable, from satellite, from Hulu TV, from YouTube TV. Guys, all of this stuff is included. And you can go through and search it specifically with what you want. You can flow through. And I love that we're just going through all the channels here so you can see. But guys, when it comes to your movies, when it comes to shows, anything that is streaming on live television, you're able to see it here. And I'm talking about 4K footage. You see it right here, HBO, Showtime, Stars, all of your specialty channels. You're able to go in and watch these anytime something is live. Mike, scroll up to the top. You see the sports channels popping up, but scroll up to the top. And I want you guys to see even how specifically you can go in and look for stuff. All right, when it comes to kids and family, when it comes to sports, all of that is right here. And fundamentally, I want you to understand what we're doing. We are giving you more value for less than you're currently spending and the ability to have a global business for less than the average household is spending already on streaming. Hear me out. In 2024, over $674 billion was spent on streaming services.
Whew.
By 2032, it is projected that $2.6 trillion is going to be what is being spent on an annual basis. When it comes to movements of wealth, I need you to pay attention. So many times we miss the wave, and then we're on the other side of history talking about, man, did you see that happen? Now, here is the crazy part. That's $674 billion. If you pay for any live streaming, if you pay for cable, if you pay for satellite, you are the individual. You are the one that is putting that money into the market. You are the one that is the statistic now of how these companies are growing. And what we're doing is we're repositioning ourselves. It is very powerful when you put yourself in the right path of money to be able to obtain it rather than just being able to spend it. Our society has become obsessed with spending money, and I'm ready for our society to become obsessed with learning how to actually make money. We're putting money out for streaming every day, but unfortunately, Netflix hasn't sent any of you a check or a direct deposit. I would be willing to bet.
Nope.
All right. Hulu has not sent you a check. Think about how many movies that come out that we go and tell people, you got to go see this. That's only making them rich. The new Netflix exclusives, right? What's the first thing that's happening? They're letting you know that you need to come see it, but it's not making you money. We're being sold on entertainment at our own dollar, but we're not positioning ourselves to be able to make dollars. What we're doing is saying, hey, enough of being on the downside of the relationship. Right now, we're the sugar daddy. We're putting out all the money and they're enjoying all the benefits. Okay. And for us, we're saying, hey, it's time to reposition ourselves. All right. This money is already going to be spent. Over the next 7 years, we're looking at a $2 trillion growth that is going to happen. Whether you want it to happen, whether you close your eyes, my friends, $2 trillion is on the move on an annual basis coming up the next 7 years. And I don't know about you, but I remember getting excited about the investment markets, several $1 billion doing this. I'm looking at this and I'm like, you're talking about we can get a piece of this. We're able to go save money. for people, give them more value than they're already getting, and then they can make money. We're getting paid to watch TV and help other people get paid to do the same. Think about that. You remember how many times, maybe you didn't get told this, but I did. My teachers told me I wouldn't be successful because I didn't listen in class. I didn't care about this, whatever it is. The reality of it is like, can you imagine becoming worth 6 figures, 7 figures? What do you do for a living? I stream like a pro.
That's what I'm gonna start telling people that, Josh. When they say, "What do you do?" I'm gonna be like, "I stream like a pro."
Stream like a pro.
And
it's fine. I mean,
paid more than doctors are getting paid, more than attorneys are getting paid. Guys, the way this compensation is set up, it is mind blowing. Understand, if you do not tell a single soul about it, number one, that's crazy. Okay. Number two, you're going to have an amazing experience personally.
Right.
And that's where you have something that's a winner. Mem said it just a minute ago. There's no way to lose here. And that's something that is very special to me. When it comes to entrepreneurship, usually and nearly every time there is an opportunity to be successful, but there's also an opportunity to lose, right? It's like when you shoot a basketball. There is an opportunity to make it, but there is also an opportunity that you may miss it. With something like this, there is no path of you losing. The only thing you're going to lose is the other bills that you're already paying, which is technically a gain. You don't have the opportunity to lose. I said it the other day. If you wanted to lose, you couldn't even do it here. You're just going to be mad that you can't lose. All right. And genuinely, like, I think about, we're going to win and we're going to win so much you're going to get tired of winning. That's how I feel here. But I don't think we're going to get tired of it. I think we're stepping into a life of enjoyment. Guys, we've been sold on a reality that is not fun. Becoming an adult has literally become about being stressful and trying to figure it out. But that's not how life was intended. I truly, my spiritual beliefs here, I truly believe that God created us for something more than to just wake up and not enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
If we were destined for greatness, and sorry, if we were destined for greatness, if we were born from the divine, if abundant life is what we're supposed to be living, why have we bought into all of the BS and accepted it? And I get that if people don't know, they don't know. But my friends, now you know. We're getting paid to watch TV and help other people get better service. And it's easy on 7 different devices. This is truly a no-brainer. I will sit down and talk with any leader. Guys, a gentleman that came out, I'm not even going to share this on the call tonight, but a gentleman that came out of retirement. One thing that I'll say at Stream Pro, we're not doing special deals for people. You come in and you have the same opportunity as everyone else. Let me say this. When I was in the network marketing industry, I got offered a lot of deals. Upfront checks was offered, building organizations was offered, you name it. When you produce at a high level, you're used to getting perks. But for me, I couldn't stand that because then I didn't have the same opportunity as everybody else. It was an unfair advantage. Guys, we've had people that have made $10, $20+ million in the industry that came in and paid for their position the same way that you are. We're not doing special things for just a couple people. We did a special thing for everybody.
Yes.
If you want to enjoy the kingdom, guess what? You're going to show up and pay your part and play your part the same way that everybody else is. We do care about what you bring to the table, but not so much that we're willing to overlook other people that don't yet bring that much value to the table. Being that you're successful, you have even a greater opportunity because you already come with experience. And those that don't have experience, you don't need it to be successful with this. What this is going to be something that is known for. People that have never won in their life on a big level will do it here. People that have been literally giving up on success, that said, you know what, maybe I just am supposed to struggle. I'm going to tell you that is changing here. Yeah. I'm over the nonsense. I'm over watching people struggle. And the beautiful thing is we have a vehicle, right, that you can get in. You're being handed the keys to a Ferrari for less than $100 a month to build a global business. And guys, we could not be paying out or doing what we're doing if there's no cost. We have made it as affordable as possible, because beyond just what I desire to see happen in America when it comes to success, we're looking to go into countries all over the world that an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, we just multiplied their family's income and changed their life, where it's no longer something that's difficult to do. You just got to go tell a couple people, and it starts multiplying like a wildfire.
No, I absolutely love it. All right, so I gotta. This is one of the coolest things ever. So Josh went over to my parents on Easter Sunday, right? And I set this all up for them in like 2 minutes. I'm like, Dad, YouTube TV is done, because I was paying for a subscription to YouTube TV and they used it. I said, YouTube TV is done. We're now Stream Pro, all day, every day. And you know what we did? My parents and I watched a episode of Leave It to Beaver, because my parents grew up with that when I was a kid. That was a show I used to watch every day. And it's just so cool. Like within 2 buttons, we can watch every episode of Leave It to Beaver. Now, would I go out and buy Leave It to Beaver DVDs? Probably not, but as soon as it turns on, my dad has to start talking about Eddie Haskell, right? And he gets into that nostalgia. So I just got to show you guys really quick here. They have all these cool, like, just these channels all day just stream different episodes of these favorite series, right? My favorite TV series of all time is Seinfeld. Hilarious. I could watch it all day, every day, right? And I'm not going to play this for more than 2 seconds, but I want you to see how quick this is. If I click on Seinfeld and I want to start watching it, it is playing right now. And this can go full screen. So again, this is,
yeah.
And if I wanted to go, right to Scooby-Doo, it's right there. So again, this is just absolutely amazing, man. With what you guys have done here, functions so well.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. Mims.
Oh yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm watching Dave Chappelle show on there.
Oh yeah,
I'm watching
Chappelle show channel all the time,
all day long. Okay, I'm watching Power on there all day long.
Yeah,
I like Dragon Ball Z. Okay, my son loves anime. We were watching Attack on Titan. I mean, it's the
we're watching. My
it.
boys and I are watching Invincible right now. Have you seen Invincible?
Yeah. I mean, we just love it. And the thing is what's so awesome is you can stream to 7 different devices.
Yep.
So I got it on my phone. I got it on my laptop. I cast it to my TV. If you don't have a smart TV, you use a Fire Stick. I mean, everything is there for you. 7 different devices. And it doesn't matter, like, it's not tied to your IP address. It's tied to the device. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's a big one. If you have a child or if you have a family member in a different state, they can still enjoy this too with your membership. You have someone in a different country, they can enjoy this too. Again, I want to be very clear. We are breaking the days of limitation.
That's awesome.
Like, it's just done, man. Like, there's no reason why we can't get access to the best for less.
That's it.
But then have the ability to get more and make more. That's where we're positioned. Like, our company is called Finance Pro. This service is called Stream Pro. If you notice one thing that's very common through everything within our platform, it's pro. Because we believe at being the best of the best. We're not here to be less than. We're not here to play small. We're here to play A+, top of the game ball, period. The absolute best. We are pros on every level, from how we operate, the way that we literally have built our business, the success that the owners of the business have had. It's pro all day. We refuse to have a lower standard than the best. When you see our back office, when you see just the actual quality of the Stream Pro, from every level, I want you to understand we have a standard, and it is pro. And we will not bend to that, and we will not change that. We're not a business that's here just to be functional. Functionality is extremely important. We're a business that's here to be excellent, and we will not change from that.
It's one of the things me and Mike are so blown away by is the back office, especially when you look at the genealogy. And how you're able to see your organization, everything is truly phenomenal. Next level, really clean, super efficient. Like, no, I mean everything you put here together, Josh is phenomenal, and people are loving it. I know we're gonna have massive success. Millions of people are gonna be Stream Pro, okay, streaming like a pro. All right, and we just getting started, folks. So, yeah,
Wow. What a great live. So everyone watching tonight, thank you so much for coming out. Guys, like this, share it out, tag a few people who you want to help save money and make money. This will be up. This will be up on our YouTube and our Facebook and all of that. If anyone shares this with you, get back with them to get your link. Because here's the great thing, guys, right? You can't just go to Finance Pro or Stream Pro or join. You have to be referred to by an affiliate. So if somebody sent you their link or they tagged you in this, get back with them as soon as possible, because they call us the runners for a reason, and you better run with the runners. So down below, we have a Facebook group where we're giving help and support to grow your business, to help you with anything that you need. So that link is down below. This group is less than a day old, okay? 264 members already, and we're just putting resources in there to help people, so you can join that group for now. But again, I want to stress and reiterate, anyone that sent you this video in the future, because I'm sure it will go viral, like everything we are doing with Stream Pro is, get back to them and get their link, all right? You don't need to reach out to us. Get back to them and get their link and sign up as soon as possible. This is going viral. You want to get positioned. Once you understand how you get paid and how much money you can make from this, you would not ask a question until after you signed up and paid, because I'm so glad that I did that. I don't know if anyone want any last words tonight. That's all I have to say tonight. You better run with the runners run. Amen,
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, somebody asked about the packages. Yeah, you get everything, man. I know people who are paying hundreds of dollars on the sports packages, you know what I mean, for their
All
favorite teams and
NFL,
all that.
all
everything.
NBA,
It's
all
there.
NHL, all
Yeah.
MLB. Bro, this has got it all.
Yeah.
It's fun when you're not limited. And I
That's it.
can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
This is giving you an unlimited experience, the best of the best experience. And, we'll wrap it up with this. There are moments in your life where if you are at the right place and the right time, life can multiply in a way that it took you decades to build. And I do want to encourage you. There are many of you out there right now that are watching this that maybe you haven't hit success the way that you've wanted it. But I want to encourage you that some of the greatest things that ever grow take a while to grow. Stream Pro was not birthed in a day. This is years and years and years of development and having everything in place. So now at the right time, at the moment in time when it is right, everything can change. There's two ways that usually you get rich: being talented, like a lot of athletes, businessmen, you name whatever industry it is, the people that are at the top. But then there's also the people on the other hand, when it comes to timing. And I want to let you know right now, while Stream Pro will be the opportunity of a lifetime for decades to come, because of how simple it is, because of how easy it is, because everybody's already doing this. We're just giving you a better experience and getting you into that $2 trillion equation, okay, where you can make money, not just spend money. But I want you to hear me. From a timing standpoint, you're getting to be at the very start of a movement of a company that already has a really, really, really strong foundation and a lot of success behind it already. We're partners in NASCAR. We've been partners for 3 years now. It's not every day that you can say you're working with a company that you can go watch on Saturday and Sunday going around the track. Yep. The biggest names of all of them are out there. I've met so many amazing people, and you're like, man, like this is real. When it comes to Stream Pro, we're featuring our Stream Pro car June 14th in Mexico City. Yeah. Talk about a global experience. There will be hundreds of thousands of people at that race, millions of people that are watching around the world. And here goes your company. Here goes your team, Stream Pro. And understand this. We are here for the people. For too long now, I have watched good people be left out of the winning equation. They got shorthanded. They got mistreated. I'm telling you right now, we will not play those games. We protect our culture because we believe in excellence. We believe in doing right by people, and we believe in giving people the opportunity. I could not follow my path in ministry if we were not truly on a path of blessing everybody that comes into our path, right? What we do to the least of these, we have done to him. And I'm not going to get in a big spiritual, conversation tonight, but I will say this. We care about everyone, from the person that can't pay their bills to the person that can pay their bills 100 times, 1,000 times over. I'm here to let you know this is a company for the people. And when I say people, I mean all people. All right. So Mike, Mims, thank you guys for hosting this tonight. If you guys enjoyed that, let us know in the comments right now. This was a phenomenal conversation. I love when we can just have real talk. So many times we miss out as humans by just having good dialogue. And I really appreciate what was shared here tonight. And I hope all of you that are watching, you got something more out of it than just hearing about a company. I hope you are inspired and you are beginning to see that the things that you once dreamed for are not just possible, but they're on the horizon. And it is time to take those dreams that have been on the shelf, and it's time to bring them back into life. All of you that have begun to doubt, I want to encourage you tonight that it's time to get rid of that. Okay? The fear that you have, it's time to get rid of that, because fear is not real. It is a false reality that distracts us from our actual reality we can step into. And I'm here to let you know that you were born for greatness. You were born for success. And I don't care your background, your success, or your failure. This is a place that you can win. And if you need to make money, then my God, let's go make the money. This is easy. You live in a neighborhood, look to your right, look to your left. All of those people have TVs. You live in a condo, you live in an apartment. All of those people have TVs. If you're from Alabama like I am and you're in the backwoods, just go up the street a little bit. They have TVs too. Okay? So let me say this in the famous words of Ricky Bobby: if you're not first, you're last. So don't be last here. Get plugged in. And guys, let's take the ride of a lifetime. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, folks. Look, we on a 90-day run. We running hard. Who know when it's gonna stop? We got training 7 presentations at 8 p.m. every day. Trainings, a compensation plan breakdown right after that. Look, plug in. Get back to the person that invited you out. Man, like this out, share this out. You better run when the runners run and start streaming like a pro.
All right. It's time, guys. Josh, thank you so much for coming on. Mims, you're amazing. Thank you for everyone that was on. Lace up. Let's get wealthy, guys.